Alright, hey guys, coming at you with a review today of this beast, the Sector 9 Super Shaka. I've had this board since February, and I've got to say I'm quite impressed with Sector 9 for coming out with a board this cool. Compared to their other like cruising carbon boards, they actually started getting into the downhill skateboarding scene, which I applaud them for. So, just right off the bat, I'll just go into specs. Super Shaka is 8 plies of Canadian maple. It's got 0.625 inch of rocker, symmetrical, which is basically a little tiny bit of drop, not enough to notice. So it really locks you into the board, even though this board doesn't have the most insane amount of concave ever. You really feel locked into this board when you're doing slides. Which is what I would mainly recommend this board for. It's more of a like a free ride, tie-in freestyle kind of board, because it does have slightly kicked nose and tail. And so, I mean, if you want to do like nose blunts, like the 2-wheel checks or whatever, you can do those because you have the nose and tail. It's 42.25 inches long, which is actually kind of long for a freeride board. So, I mean, I don't know. I would prefer a board to be around 38 inches, but it seems a lot shorter than it actually is because of the noses. They're probably a good like 3-4 inches each, and so, or no, I'd say like 3 inches each. So you have you have a big standing platform just because of this length, which makes it really comfy to ride, free ride, just cruising around, doing tricks. It's really comfy just for all around. 10.25 inches wide at the pockets, but then it bows in and gets less wide in the middle. It's a 30.5 inch wheelbase, so that's pretty big. I know a lot of you guys are like, what the heck, like that's a big wheelbase. Like, I know people that ride like 23 inch wheelbases, but it's a sick board. This is I'm gonna say it right now, my favorite board. You can do everything on it. I take it everywhere. I mean, I go to Northern California a lot. I take it there on the plane with me. So I went to skate, film with the Mirror Skate crew. They sponsored me in May, so that was really cool. While I was there, we rode blacks and stuff. So I really got to put this to the test, and it held up perfectly. The shop manager at mirrorskate.com, Seth, he rides Super Shaka also, and he's kind of the one that turned me on to the whole thing. He was like, this is like a sick board, try it out, and I was like, boom, want it, and now I'm just in love with it. This deck comes in at like $85, I'm gonna say, for just the deck, which is extremely cheap for a board of this quality. It doesn't have fiberglass, which is one of the things that normally you'd be like, that makes it cheap, but it's quite opposite actually, because since there's no fiberglass, there's not this whole like splitting issue. What is this, like, really? It's just a solid board. I've curved this board going probably like 25-30, and there's absolutely like no cracks or anything. It's just like, this board is basically indestructible. One of the downsides, but kind of upsides at the same time though, is it's something that me and Seth both noticed after riding our boards for a while. Because when you're going in for slides, I'm regular, so I have my front foot just planted in the middle. But when I'm going in for a slide, I want to torque this right here. I want to, like, I guess you'd call it the gas pedal, but it's not. This board doesn't have gas pedals, which would make it really sick. So if any of you Sector 9 people are watching that would be awesome, gas pedals. When you're torquing it, you press down right here, but you keep your weight normal right here. So after a while the board starts to warp. So basically it conforms to how you're riding when you're sliding. So it actually makes it a little bit more comfy when you're actually doing slides, but it's still warped. Not enough to like notice. Like, you know, a bad warp, you'll have a wheel off the ground or whatever. It's enough to where you can like see it if you look down the board, but it just makes it like a really comfy ride. So these are Paris 180s. They're an awesome feel for this board. Paris have really nice bushing seats, and they can actually downhill free ride take speed really well. They also have a lifetime warranty. So if your trucks ever get like super messed up and like the axles bend, and you know, or just say your board gets run over by a car and that they break in half, you can send them into Paris and they'll replace them for free, no questions asked, which is awesome. So after a lot of searching and experimenting, I found the perfect bushing setup for me. I run my trucks a little bit loose, and so I have a 88A super high rebound Venom barrel on the board side, and then I have a 90A Venom barrel on the street side. This is the same for the other truck, the back truck. So this is my favorite bushing combo. So before I tried these Metro Motions, which just basically just got put on here and I haven't ridden much, I have tried a lot of wheels. The Fireball and Sendos. I've had Stimulus, yellow Stimulus on here before, not for a very long time because I'm not a big fan of orangutan wheels. I've tried ABEC 11 81A flashbacks, black Earthwing Slide Bs. And this really showed me how well this board can freeride. This one has a really bad flat spot. But basically, freeride wheels for this board, I would say, unless you're planning on doing just cruising carving, which I would not recommend this board fully for. You can do that, but you might want to go with something with a little more flex. So all in all, this board is just straight amazing. I can't recommend a better board for freeride. If you're just whether you're just beginning freeriding, sliding, or you're experienced, this board is just awesome. It's just a really awesome board in general. It can do everything, and it's perfect for me, at least. I can't really say anything bad about this. Unless, you know, it was a little bit long, or it could have a little more concave. But I have vicious grip tape on here, and it locks me in perfect because of the drops. Awesome board. And also, for this price, you could buy 2 of these for, say, something like a Rain Nemesis or a Rain Vendetta. You could buy 2. Or, oh, a Loaded Tantian. Even though it's not a really good freeride board, you could buy 2 of these for one of those decks. So if you're looking for a board that can do everything, freeride, downhill, some freestyle, some cruising and carving, all in one board for a cheap price, I would definitely recommend the Sector 9 Super Shaka. Always choose mirrorskate.com.
Like a pro, bring it back, that's what's up.
Also, make sure you check out the mirrorskate.com Facebook page. You can share videos and pictures with other longboarders, ask questions to the employees themselves, and keep up to date with special offers going down on the Mirrorskate website.